What if I told you that two of America's most legendary off-roaders are about to face their ultimate test? We're not talking about rock crawling or desert running. We're talking about pure, frozen, Arctic survival. The Jeep Wrangler versus the Ford Bronco, minus 40 degrees. No civilization, no second chances. Who survives? Let's find out. Welcome back to Car Battle Zone, where we put American metal through the most insane challenges imaginable. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button because today's battle is going to be wild. And drop a comment, Team Jeep or Team Ford. Let's see who's got the best fans. Here's the scenario. You and your crew are 200 miles north of the Arctic Circle. Your mission went sideways and now you need to get back to civilization. The temperature? A bone-chilling minus 40 degrees Fahrenheit. That's the temperature where Fahrenheit and Celsius meet. Yeah, that cold. You've got one vehicle, limited fuel, unpredictable ice, and wildlife that could end your day real quick. The question isn't which truck is cooler. The question is, which one keeps you alive? First up, the icon, the legend. The Jeep Wrangler Rubicon 392. This beast comes packing a 6.4-litre V8, producing 470 horsepower and 470 pound-feet of torque. Now you might be thinking, why do I need a V8 in the Arctic? Two words, engine heat. That big V8 is going to keep your cabin warm when you're stuck in a blizzard. It's got a full-time four-wheel drive system with electronic locking front and rear differentials, 33-inch all-terrain tyres and 10.3 inches of ground clearance. The Wrangler's been conquering extreme terrain since World War II. This is its DNA, but can old-school toughness beat modern engineering in frozen hell? And in the other corner, the comeback kid that's been making waves, the Ford Bronco Raptor. This thing is an absolute animal. Under the hood, a 3.0-litre twin-turbo V6 pumping out 418 horsepower and 440 pound-feet of torque. Yeah, it's down on power compared to the Wrangler, but here's the kicker. Turbos love cold air. Dense, cold Arctic air means more boost, more power when you need it most. The Raptor rocks a 10-speed automatic transmission, advanced 4WD with 7 GOAT modes, including a specific slippery mode for ice and snow. It's got Fox live valve internal bypass shocks, 37-inch BFGoodrich KO2 tyres, and a massive 13.1 inches of ground clearance. Ford built this specifically to dominate extreme conditions. This is the new school challenger, and it came to win. All right, round one. And this is critical in the Arctic, engine heat and cabin warmth. When it's minus 40, your heater isn't a luxury, it's life support. The Wrangler's 6.4-litre V8 is basically a massive space heater that also happens to move the truck. That much displacement generates serious BTUs. You're staying warm, period, but, and this is huge, big V8s can struggle to start in extreme cold. That thick oil turns into molasses. Now the Bronco's twin-turbo V6. Smaller displacement means it's actually easier to turn over in freezing temps. Modern fuel injection and cold start protocols mean this thing fires up reliably. Plus, Ford's engineers specifically tested this in Alaska. The cabin heats up fast, and that 10-speed auto has more gear ratios to keep the engine in its optimal range for heat generation. The winner of round one, it's closer than you think, but I'm giving this to the Bronco. Reliability in extreme cold beats raw heat output when you're talking survival. Round two, traction and mobility, because you can have all the power in the world, but on ice, you're nothing without grip. The Wrangler comes standard with 33-inch all-terrains. They're good, they're proven, but here's the problem. They're not great on ice. The Rubicon's got those locking diffs which are incredible for rock crawling, but on slick ice, you can lock all the differentials you want. If the tyres can't grip, You're just spinning all 4 wheels instead of 2. The Bronco Raptor, those 37-inch BFGoodrich KO2s are monsters. More rubber on the ground equals more surface area, which equals better weight distribution on ice. Plus, the Raptor's Fox shocks keep those tires planted even when you're bouncing over ice chunks. And don't sleep on those GOAT modes. Slippery mode specifically adjusts throttle response, shift points, and traction control for ice. Round 2 goes to the Bronco Raptor. Those 37S and that smart electronic traction management are exactly what you need when the ground is basically a skating rink. Round 3, and this could be the deal breaker, fuel range. Remember, you're 200 miles from safety. There's no gas station, no rescue, just what's in your tank. The Wrangler 392 has a 21.5-gallon fuel tank, and that thirsty V8 gets about 13 miles per gallon combined. Let's be generous and say you're getting 15 in Arctic conditions with careful driving. That's roughly 320 miles of range. Sounds good, right? But factor in idling for warmth, running the heater full blast, difficult terrain. You're looking at maybe 250 usable miles. That's tight for a 200-mile journey with zero margin for error. The Bronco Raptor, 23.5-gallon tank with a twin-turbo V6 that gets around 15 to 16 miles per gallon combined. That's approximately 360 to 375 miles of theoretical range. But here's where it gets interesting. That 10-speed transmission keeps the engine in its efficiency sweet spot, and turbo engines actually become more efficient in cold, dense air. Real-world Arctic range, probably 300-plus miles. Round 3, Bronco Raptor. That extra fuel capacity and better efficiency could literally be the difference between making it home or freezing to death. Final round, survival features and practical Arctic capability. This is where we separate the pretenders from the survivors. The Wrangler's got that removable top and doors. That's awesome for summer trail riding, but in the Arctic, those seals and connection points are weak spots where cold air infiltrates. Every gap is heat loss. But the Wrangler's simplicity is actually an advantage. Less electronics means less stuff to freeze and fail. And that solid front axle, nearly indestructible. The Bronco Raptor is basically a tech fortress. Heated seats, heated steering wheel, heated side mirrors. That's not luxury, that's survival equipment. The advanced 4WD system with those 7 GOAT modes means you've got purpose-built programming for every condition. Plus, that 13.1 inches of ground clearance means you're not high centering on ice ridges. And the Bronco's independent front suspension articulates better on uneven ice while keeping you more comfortable, which matters when you're driving for hours in brutal conditions. Round 4 goes to the Bronco Raptor. Modern survival tech beats old-school toughness when your life depends on it. So here's the truth, and I'm going to be straight with you. The Jeep Wrangler is an icon. It's got history, it's got soul, and that V8 sounds absolutely incredible. In a different scenario, rock crawling, mud running, summer trail bashing, the Wrangler could absolutely take this. But we're not on a trail. We're in the Arctic, where temperatures kill, where one mistake ends you, where you need every technological advantage you can get. The Ford Bronco Raptor wins this Arctic survival challenge. Here's why. Better fuel range means you actually make it to safety. Better cold weather reliability means you're not stuck trying to jumpstart a frozen V8. Those massive 37-inch tires and 13 inches of clearance mean you're conquering ice ridges the Wrangler would struggle with. And all those heated components and GOAT modes? That's not fancy tech for tech's sake. That's survival equipment that keeps you alive. Score: Bronco Raptor, 3 rounds. Wrangler, 1 round. In the Arctic, the Bronco is your survival vehicle. But here's the thing. This is my verdict. What's yours? Drop a comment right now. Are you Team Jeep, riding with the legend? Or Team Ford, trusting modern tech to keep you alive? And here's your next challenge. Which 2 vehicles should battle next? Arctic survival, desert endurance, zombie apocalypse? You tell me. If you made it this far, you're a true Car Battle Zone fan. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss our next insane matchup. I'm your host, and remember, in the battle zone, only the strongest survive. See you in the next one.